Hey everyone, I'm here at SHOT Show 2017 at the Faxon booth. As you guys know, I've been using their barrels a lot. I have nothing but good things to say about it. I've been getting ridiculous accuracy out of these barrels, and when you take into consideration the price point that these are coming in at, I really have no hesitation telling anyone, no matter what level of build you want to do, Faxon is definitely the way you want to go. I'm here with Bob Faxon. He's going to walk us through some of the new products they have and some of the products they've had for a while that I think are really cool. So Bob, why don't you take it away?
Awesome, thanks Ryan. This year for SHOT Show we got several new products. Obviously we started with the ARAC 21 a few years ago, and going into the AR platform we started building barrels. So as you were so kind to say, all the barrels that we make at Faxon Machining we make in-house from solid bar stock with all the operations including stress relieving. The only thing we send out is the QBQ nitriding or chroming. This is the new slim profile barrel that we have. It's a 14.5-inch barrel that's welded with a 620 diameter muzzle device. We have this both in a three-prong flash hider or a three-stage brake. But what it allows you to do is take the gas block, slide it over it, and the barrel nut. So you can buy a 16-inch pin welded barrel, but you can still build it yourself and adjust the gas blocks when you change it. So this barrel is something we've been coupling with a couple other new products. That we have. And this is our carbon fiber handguard. Check that out.
Yeah, this thing is ridiculously light. I mean, you pair this thing with one of their 16-inch pencil barrels, and I mean, you're going to have no weight on that front end of that gun. It's going to swing around really quick.
And one of the nice things about it, it's a very simple mechanism to attach to the upper receiver. It's a standard barrel nut with this ring, and this is what attaches to the back side of the handguard. So we've got the carbon fiber handguard in various lengths, and with that, we also brought out what we call our low mass bolt carrier group. Now there's our low mass, and there's a regular.
It's night and day. It's seriously a good chunk of difference there.
So if we combine this with an adjustable gas block on one of our slim profile barrel assemblies that are pin and welded at the 16-inch, we now have our own receivers. We've been making them.
Oh, excellent.
Receivers are difficult to do anything truly unique, but there's a couple of things that we do. Number one, we hollowed out the shell deflector so we could tell it was ours. But more importantly, we use a diamond lapping hone, and we actually lap the inside where the carrier travels. One of the things with the metal on aluminum, with the best surface, best finish, and perfect cylindricity, we can get it. So that's why we lap the inside bore. But what we do is we intentionally plug the front where the barrel goes in, because when we machine this, we don't use the entire tolerance. We keep a much tighter tolerance on the bore for the barrel interface.
That's awesome.
So what we're trying to do as a platform to get the best results for the shooter is to give them a mechanical advantage, meaning the upper receiver, the mating surfaces, the barrel, and the carrier are all our manufactured products. So we control the tolerance in those. Hopefully what it does, it gives the user the best experience and the most accuracy.
Yeah, and I can tell you, I'm looking inside this thing. I've had upper receivers from very high-end companies that are just lined with machine marks, which you know are going to help or going to adversely affect the way that bolt is able to smoothly cycle through there. And this thing is buttery smooth on the inside. It's
buttery smooth.
Really,
we might
really
have to put that on a package.
Yeah, there you go.
This is a buttery smooth upper receiver. I like it.
Yeah, there you go.
But you know, when you make parts for things, you're going to put them into an assembly.
Yeah.
And when you put parts into assembly, if you start adding errors and issues, you come up with a lot of errors and a lot of issues. So attention to detail on all the products we make is really what we're focusing on. So you can see things, I think you're probably familiar with our flame flute barrels.
Yeah, these things are beautiful.
Thank you. These are something that we really like. It does the fluting benefit, it does the heat dissipation, a little bit of weight reduction. But most importantly on these barrels, it doesn't have a linear stress line like a straight fluting, and it gives you a really cool look. So
these things are very photogenic. If you have like an Instagram or something and you want people to look at your pictures, one of these is a good way to get that to happen.
So it's really nice. You get the flame flute, and then one of the other things we've been adding, we've always had the muzzlelock feature, which we designed, and it was a device that would be an integral jam nut. And what we do with that is we make it so that you can't, you don't have to use a crush washer. You screw this onto the end of the barrel, and you unthread the jam nut, tighten it down, and you can take this on and off at the range 1,000 times without a crush washer. So using a direct thread suppressor, or you want to change devices, the muzzlelock allows you to do that. Now for the slimline barrels where they're not pin and welded, we also sell a slim profile for the end the muzzle device, which currently have 3-stage brake and 3-prong flash hider. Now when you look at them in relationship, you go, wow, they look kind of funny. But they do. But this one on a pencil or a gunner barrel looks very appropriate. This one does not. So on this standard barrels, these look great. So what we wanted to do is give that shooter the experience so that if they want that fast-moving gun and they don't want weight out at the end, we got the slim profile brakes and flash hiders.
And again, the fact that you can get a gas block to slide over that with no issues whatsoever is, again, one of those things where how has no one done this before?
Well, you know what? It's probably flattering as a team where Faxon Firearms really focuses on coming up with products where people would say that. When you see things like, for example, these. And these are the silliest little thing, but these are our magazine marker bands. And what these do is tell you what caliber is in the magazine or the gun. So when we have a lot of guns at the range and we're using various calibers, it's critical that people know what's in it. We don't want accidents to happen. So even though this is really not a very technical, highly engineered product like some of these other things might be, this is just as usable and desirable for our customers. So if you look at what we've done from weight, features, cosmetic, aesthetic, functionality, and value, what Faxon Firearms is all about doing is making very solid core products that do give you the bells and whistles that you want at a price you're willing to pay. So other things we've added this year, we now have a 308 bolt carrier. We've added the 9mm bolt carrier, and this will be coming out shortly because we sell a lot of 9mm barrels. In the AR-10 platform, we prefer if we were to sell the bolt and carrier along with the barrel so that there's no head spacing or issues. We also laser etch if asked, and we put the serial number of the barrel and the bolt together so that they remain set.
Excellent.
So we do that on our 5.56 carriers as well. So you've got the 9mm bolt carriers, the 308 bolt carriers, the low mass bolt carriers, the standard bolt carriers, the serialized and matched. You've got all the muzzle devices, the slim profile, the muzzlelock profiles, the flame fluting, the pin and weld at 14.5, and also we started coming out with Glock barrels. So this is our is the Glock 19 with the flame fluting. If you notice, we'll be adding various coatings. We just came out with these, and the Glock barrels will be on our website here soon and to our dealers. So you put all that together and you say, okay, what are all these parts for? Well, we put one of these guns together, and I wanted to go shoot and see what the customer's going to get when he uses some of our products, and this was the result.
Oh my gosh.
That's the kind of result we've been getting when people hold this rifle. Without the magazine and optic, it weighed 4.93 pounds.
Okay, so you can't fully appreciate how light this is on camera. There is no way. I'm going to try to find where the balance point is. It's probably right around like where the bolt catch is. So if you're doing 3-gun or something where you need to swing your gun left and right super quick, or swing it up into action really fast, you have nothing fighting you up here. This is you have to feel it to appreciate it.
Now the one thing, I know we can't really express the weight of this Ryan on this show, but what we can do is talk about the recoil.
Okay.
And again, everything that Faxon Firearms makes, produces, whether we design it, tolerance, build it, whatever, our goal is that at the end of the day, when people buy our products, the experience they have when they use it is to be positive. People should enjoy shooting. It should be trouble-free. They should hit their targets. They should be able to compete competitively if they're going to go 3-gun. And this gun, one of the things that was most amazing when I took it to the range the first time is the lack of recoil. And with the tuned gas block and the low mass bolt carrier, along with the barrel with the 3-stage brake, this gun literally shoots unbelievably smooth.
Yeah, I believe
so
it.
We've had a lot of people shoot it now, and they are amazed at how the recoil is. Now, we didn't really design recoil, but what happens is you put all the parts together, you do a decent job of all the pieces, you end up with a decent job of the product.
Right, absolutely.
So when you put them all together and you make your AR, if you're buying our parts, barrels, hand guards, any of the individual parts, what we hope is that when you end up with your rifle and you go to the range your first day, you have a wonderful experience and a great gun for a long time.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you're gonna be happy with it. Like I said, I've shot multiple Faxon barrels, and I could not be happier. To me, there's no reason to spend some of the dollar amounts that you're looking at for those super high-end barrels when you get the amazing quality, the lightweight, the engineering, the ingenuity, and one of the big things that I like about Faxon as well is the customer service. It's really easy to just sell products to people, but it says a lot about a company, how they react to people who may or may not have issues, or even whether it's the product or most likely the user end of that, which I've experienced. I've done things wrong myself and figured that out. But the way they treat you as a customer is excellent. And again, I think that goes a long way to say what kind of company Faxon is. Real quick, I want to mention with the Glock barrels, for those of you who want to shoot cast bullets, you know you're not supposed to do that out of a factory Glock barrel. It's totally safe to shoot cast bullets out of these barrels, correct?
Yes.
And it has a fully supported chamber as well, right? So for those of you who think it's really important to have that fully supported chamber, you have it here. So really good stuff here. You guys have it in all the 9mm sizes currently?
They will be. They'll be coming out, yes. We're just launching this whole product line.
Awesome.
If you look at where Faxon Firearms come from 4 years ago with the ARAC 21 upper receiver as a standalone entity, then we branched off to make it into a rifle, and we started making the AR barrels. Now we have over 80 different SKUs and barrel types and calibers and flutings, the muzzle devices, the hand guards. We also have the aluminum hand guards, the carbon fiber. So what we decided was we wanted to broaden our offer of the product. firearms.
Awesome.
And each one of them has some unique feature to it. We're trying to make it so that if people come to Faxon Firearms, they can buy a complete upper, all the parts they would need to make a really high quality gun.
Awesome. So if they're looking to look into more of these products or see pricing and all that, where can they order from, or where can they look?
Well, we have over 800 dealers around the country, and we are also FaxonFirearms.com.
Awesome. And I'll have links below to Faxon Firearms. Again, do yourself a favor, look at their product line. Some of the stuff, if you do have a dealer close to you, you can't fully appreciate it until you get it in your hands. I can tell you, it's really, really impressive. So thanks.
And if you have a dealer that you like that doesn't have our products, mention it to them.
Yeah,
we're open to adding new dealers, so we hope to get these things in your hands soon.
Awesome. Well, again, I'm a huge fan. I'm sold on Faxon Firearms. You're going to be seeing a lot more Faxon Firearms stuff in future videos as well. I'm going to be revisiting some of the barrel tests I've already done. But hey, I really appreciate you talking to us.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
I highly recommend you guys check them out. But thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see some more coverage from SHOT Show 2017.
Thanks.